Hello and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Winona, and today I'll be playing my little wizard Scribbles Scrambles and his little son Scratch. And I am
Good.
joined.
Oh, he's also a father. I see.
Yes, he is a father.
Oh, good.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello. Hi. I'm Argee. And today I'm going to be playing Tanguy Leroux, who is also a father. I've introduced his child in another 12 FPS, Snow Fox. That one was fun. Y'all, I recommend that one. That's a good. But this is tea testing. This is tea testing the 12 FPS.
Yes, tea tasting the 12 FPS.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And yeah, say we start this shot at we start this SPS in a wide shot of a little tea shop, which isn't really that little. Whoever built this place decided to make a show of it because it is a sort of a mixture of a house and a shop. It has very much flavors of Victorian architecture style. However, everything is in pastels.
Oh boy.
Pastels with bushes all around it. There's a little
Oh
porch.
yes.
There's a little porch that people are sitting outside despite the cold weather, but it looks like there's like a little barrier in between them, like it's sort of a magical indoor sort of porch area that people can sit out
Mm-hmm.
and watch the snow, but yet still stay nice and cozy.
Mm.
The inside still has that Victorian-esque feel, though you can definitely see that there have been more modern changes for the register, the little display shelves and stuff, but still keeping
Mm-hmm.
to the very much theme of pastels. There's a lot of pink. There is so much pastel pink in here. For some reason, this person really liked pink. And
And
I'm totally not monitoring this off a shop that I know in real life.
excellent. You're so valid.
Yeah, and inside there's the wall of like different teas, but there's also like a little mixture of definitely a shopping area and then sort of a boundary, and then there's more of the dining area. And so you can see the shopping area is a little bit more in the back while the dining is more in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And though in the back right now there is a UPA in tune with a little scribbly ball on his shoulder with big tune eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and he is just looking at the tea, all the tea, all the tea bags and tea boxes and everything, and looking very perplexed.
Yeah, there's so many of them. There's so many of them is the thing. There's so many of them. How are
Hmm.
there this many?
Yeah, there's so much tea. This boy is very confused.
Very valid. Ah, but yeah, and I suppose that goes over to me then.
Hmm.
I think all I can ask right now is roll me a perception check.
All right, perception. Let's see.
Oh, that's an 8. That's not that great.
No, no, Scribbles is being distracted.
Yeah, that's understandable. You are both. I think it may be a combination of both the fact that like you're still trying to figure out the mystery of why is there so much tea? Why are there so many tea flavors? How can I choose? What is this? And maybe also because like there may be a little bit much in the back, a little bit too much in the background for you to know, but like um, this is where Tanguy makes his entrance. Tanguy enter like had you rolled a higher perception, you probably would have noticed like this fancy fox man entering the building. And he's kind of looking around, like kind of interested. in this place. Like, he probably heard about it from someone or somewhere, and was like, "Oh, I should probably check this out." And yeah, I'm gonna do the other fun thing and roll another perception check. That's a
Yeah.
+2, I think.
Though you
That's
automatically get,
oh, a nat 22. Oh, he sees everything.
he sees
Wow.
everything, including the little fancy bell that does the ding-a-ling-a-ling when he opens
Oh,
the door.
exactly. I was going to ask like if that was there.
Yeah, I say there is
It was probably
definitely a very small
Oh,
bell.
good. Yes. Yeah. Well, Scribbles was definitely too. I think that was probably a bit too much background noise, but and
Mhm.
Scribbles was probably too focused for him to like notice that. But yeah, on Talking's end, yeah, he sees everything. He sees the new modern decorations over the new Victorian stuff. He sees dining area in the front, shop area in the back, and oh hey, look at that! That's a UPA tune who with a little fun little
Yeah.
scribble ball on their shoulder, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you look perplexed, sir. You look perplexed. And
Yeah.
I think he's going to. He kind of looks the scribbles for a bit, and he's like, oh, huh. And he'll.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what
baby.
that's what Scratch looks like.
Yeah. Winona just posted a picture of Scratch in the chat right now. So yeah, anyways. Yeah. So he sees this and he's like, oh. Huh. And he takes a bit of a moment. He takes like a second or two, and then he decides to like walk up to Scribbles and maybe like give him a gentle little tap on the shoulder.
Okay, now time for me to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is a very jumpy boy.
Oh,
Though
oh
though
that's
he
a
is
dirty.
not as jumpy as today. I'm guessing that's just because he's in a shop, of course, like there's gonna be lots of sounds and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
so
That was a dirty 20, thank goodness.
yeah, dirty 20. So there is like a very slight jump and stuff, but not like a
Oh.
scream or he uses the jump spell or anything, because that is the joke. Usually
Oh
when
dear.
he rolls low. But he's like, oh,
Very
and he like,
uh,
say even Scratch or jumps a little bit, but not as much as Scribbles. Mainly because
uh,
he was trying. You could almost say he's just like, oh, he like looked at Scratch, but then looks at this fox like, oh, I'm sorry, am I in your way?
no, you absolutely are not. Well, I mean, I haven't been in this place. I haven't actually visited this place. Any, I haven't even. I'm sorry. It just seemed like you were like rather. This is the shop area. Yes, this is the shop area.
Uh,
This is it, right?
uh, it seems like it is. This is my first time
Oh,
in the shop too. I heard of,
oh,
yeah,
I
I got
see.
recommended to this by one of my students, and
Oh,
I'm very much
oh, I see.
impressed.
Oh, yes, yes, I can see why. It's so very. So you have many flavors of tea here. That's impressive. That is impressive. I should probably go.
Yeah.
It would be good to shop here in the future too. Oh.
Mm.
It's like,
Yeah. Scribbles nods. Yeah, I agree though. I though I will fully admit I am not a tea person. I'm more of a coffee person. So this is
oh,
all
that's valid. Oh, oh,
yeah, but
hmm.
my girlfriend likes tea and well,
Oh,
I want to try
oh,
to get a little bit more into it for her.
oh. And he actually does say "aw," kind of. There's a little bit of that. It's like,
Yeah, and he would see Scratches
understandable.
like turned yellow and does a little nod.
Oh, okay. I hold Scratch so soft. This is a baby, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think Talking smiles. He was already kind of smiling at like Scribbles being like, "Oh, my girlfriend is like into tea, so like I wanted to try it for her," and it was like, yeah, but he smiles a little bit more like Scratch, like
Mhm.
do going yellow and like doing a little nod, and
Mhm.
it's like, but uh, I then I suppose you haven't had that much experience in tea tasting or
No, not
the
at all.
like. Uh, that's understandable. That's understandable. Well, I want to be frank. I actually do have like the experience in that. So if that's I'm definitely not a coffee person. I will not lie about that. It makes me so jittery. It's awful.
Say,
But anyways, that's
yeah, I'm sort of the opposite. I like that little jittering and say
oh
just the dark taste to it, along with, well, I
alright,
study
yeah.
a lot, so I need that pure caffeine.
Oh. Oh, alright. He kind of looks at you with a little bit of like mild concern, but he's like, I'm not going to question this much.
Scratch gives a
He's like,
little, yeah, Scratch like gives a little like knowing nod. He's like, yep, he does like to study.
well, as long as you're looking after yourself, well, anyways, well, I mean, again, I don't have the experience, so I mean, if
I,
you did,
I mean, if
I,
you're offering, I mean, I wouldn't
no,
mind.
I definitely am offering for that. I mean, I could do that. I could do that.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
fine. Like,
yeah. Anyways, my name is Scribbles, and he
oh,
shakes
okay,
out.
good. I was
He
about to ask.
and he like reaches out a hand to shake.
Ah, the foxman takes your hand. Is like, yes, and my name is Tanguy Leroux. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And this is my son Scratch. As he then points to the
Oh,
little scribble ball on his shoulder.
oh, ah. Tanguy waves a little at a scratch.
Do you know sign language? Do you know Toon sign language? Does Tom
Oh
know it?
yeah, yeah. Tanguy knows Toon sign language.
Yeah, and Scratch signs, it's very nice to meet you. Again, my name is Scratch.
Tanguy smiles at that and he's like, "It's really nice to meet you too. That's yes, it's really nice to meet you. Really nice to meet you both." Uh, uh,
So, where should we begin?
uh, well, oh, that is a good question. That is a very good question. Well, I mean, what sort of well, I mean, you haven't had that much experience as the sea, so
Yeah,
I would ask,
the only tea that I really taste is lavender tea, which is
oh,
my girlfriend's favorite. Though she did
oh,
make this sort of like milk honey tea, and he looks at Scratch and Scratch
milk, oh,
Scratch nods as he then looks like he's speaking to Scribbles, but then sort of jolts as he forgets his manners for a second, and he then signs as he speaks like, yeah, say it was made out of like water, milk, a little bit of
mhm,
vanilla, and honey, I think, if I
mm.
remember correctly.
Oh, I see. Uh, well, I mean, we can always. I'm sure there's, similar flavors to that if you're, if you're interested. But I mean, if you want to blend salads, that's absolutely fine too. It would just depend on like a. Yeah, well, so there's a lot. There's many flavors here. That's, huh.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, I agree. There are many flavors here, which is why
hmm.
I'm just like very perplexed.
Uh, that, yes, that is. Says she just looks up at this like the tea cabinet and this like whole shelf full of teas, and it's like, oh yes, there's so many. There's many of them. I don't think he'll be. I mean, he might be able to see like some of the labels on them from
Mhm.
where he is, but like it's not all of them, and it's like
Mhm.
this is so many of them, so
Yes.
many of them.
Mhm. I think they have like a little actual sampler sort of tea
Oh,
sampler near the in the more restaurant area to try some of the different
oh,
ones.
oh, yes, 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 yes. That's a good point. That yes, that would no, of course they had to. You know what? Absolutely, yes. That I think going there that would definitely be a good idea. Yes. So would you like to go there? Or,
Yeah, let's do that. Uh,
yeah, okay.
as they like walk to the front and to like the counter area where waitress in a maid outfit, like, yeah, they're fully going Victorian here, like I said.
No,
So it's like
Tongi kind of likes the aesthetic.
yeah, in a maid
He
out
appreciates it.
yeah, in a maid outfit, like leads them to a table and sets them down, and they get the tea sampler the tea sampler special, and the waitress nods as she goes off and starts preparing the tea. Uh, anyways, I mean, what is a do you live around here? And I'm guessing this is like maybe in Toontown somewhere because that's
Oh
where
yeah,
Scribble is. So
yeah. And that's also where like many games are in the
yes,
server.
indeed,
Yeah, so many of them.
so
But yeah,
many.
anyways, yeah, so many. But yeah, Tanguy is like, oh yes, yes I do. Yes, I do. And yes, I do live around here. I'm silly, sorry. I do have something else to say, but it's a very difficult. Well, yes, I heard about this place. And, I thought it would be a good idea to, perhaps pay it a short visit, maybe. And yes, this is very nice. This is very nice.
Yeah, I agree too. Like I mentioned, I one of my students recommended me this
Mm,
place while I was tutoring them because
mm,
they say I liked having beverages during tutoring, usually hot chocolate, though
mm.
they asked for
Oh,
tea, and the only type I had was lavender at the time. But they said it's
mm,
like they recommended me this place. They go here often to get their tea.
mm. I see. I see. Hmm. I see. I see.
Uh, I said, what do you do? Do you do anything for work, or are you a venturer,
Oh,
or
well, I suppose you could say it's, venturing sort, just trying to take the odd job every now and then, trying to get, well, we are, yes, taking the odd job every now and then, just like, it's just, as some source of income, uh, I
scribbles?
suppose you could explain it like that.
Yeah, it scribbles nods in understanding. Yeah, I take the odd job every once in a while now.
Hmm,
Say, I used to be
hmm,
more of a venturer a while ago, but
ah,
then I
I
discovered that
see.
I liked tutoring, so that
Oh,
became more of my full-time job.
hmm, I see, I see. Hmm.
Yeah, and make a perception check.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to do that for you. Oh, a 15, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you'll be able to see Scratch like Scratch like during all this little mini conversation, like got off his Scribble's shoulders onto the table because he's the size of a tennis ball, and he's just like trying to. Actually, I'm gonna roll for Scratch to see how sneaky he is
Oh boy.
because he actually has a pretty high modifier for that. No,
Oh, that's a 12.
it's a 12,
Yeah, that doesn't
but
beat Tongi's perception. He
no,
notices very
yeah,
well.
he's pretty good at sneaking, but you're still able to see Scratch like slowly go over to Tanguy and like is
Yeah.
his like arm on the table like or hands on the table like resting him?
Uh yeah, he probably does have he probably does have his like arms on the table, to sort of like in a sort of like a slightly leaning forward sort of gesture, like when you're in a conversation and you're like listening to someone.
Yeah, so you can
That
see
sort of thing.
Scratch like slowly going over to Tanguy's arm and
Uh
like
uh
reaching out for it.
Uh, wait, do you want my arm? What is it? Scribbles? Are you
And
telling me?
Scribble snaps to his head. He's like, Scratch, come on, no. You know,
What? Oh,
we had this conversation about this all the time. Uh, sorry, come on, back
uh,
here. You
oh,
know
no,
you're
no, it's,
no. It's a Scratch is a very interesting being. He is a new
huh.
type of being from what I've been researching,
A
and
new type of thing, huh? Oh.
yes, have you heard of Genius Loci?
Oh, yes, I absolutely have heard of Genius Loci, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it turns out Scratch is a new type of genius, which I
Oh.
have
Oh,
named a
huh.
yeah, which I have named Una Magicae. His soul is surrounded
Huh.
by pure magic, and one of the ways that he's learned to talk to people is well, he can make a telepathic link if he touches them.
Oh. Oh, oh.
So he sometimes scares people when he tries to sneak up and tries to touch them and try to say hello. And I've been trying to
Ah,
get him to be a little better, and he gives like a
ah.
fatherly look towards Scratch.
Oh, that is understandable. I mean, it's the well, he cannot. It's he kind of turns to like Scratch, and he's like, "Yeah, you can. I mean, I would have preferred if you asked me before, sir, but it really is no problem. Well,
Yes, I'm
it's absolutely
sorry.
fine.
Yeah, I say I'm sorry. It's just
You're
like
fine. You're fine. You're
he's.
fine.
I mean, he's a kid, but it's just like I'm trying to teach him manners. You
Mm,
know, it's just
mm,
say Scott. She's like looks back for it. It's like he slinks away a little bit back to Scribbles as he's just like,
mm.
ah, dang it, next time.
Next time, it'll work. Next time. Ah, children, children.
Yeah, he has a
Mm,
he's a little rambunctious one now that he can
mm.
actually touch stuff and taste stuff
Oh,
and stuff.
oh, mm. Well, I mean, there's many cetaceans out there. Like, sort of, can't blame them. Can't
Mhm.
blame them, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot has happened to them. He's still trying to get used to everything. And Scratch
Mm,
gives a little nod, and he's like, "Yeah, I say like I touch flowers. I say it's really
mm,
nice. Like clothes are really nice, but I don't like scratchy clothes. Scratchy clothes
mm.
are like eh.
Ah,
But I like but
yes, absolutely.
but I say Marigold's very smooth. She's made of metal.
Oh,
I say that
oh, marigold?
oh
I don't
Scratch
think I've heard of this
oh
marigold.
Scribbles laughs. Oh, she's one of my other students.
Oh,
I say though I sort of took her under my wing for at least a
mm,
bit. I say
mm.
uh well she's a centaur, but she's also
Oh,
look she's real kind, but it's interesting. She's
mm,
also made of metal, sort of looks
mm,
like a
mm.
merry-go-round sort of
Oh,
aesthetic.
mm.
Yeah, but Scratch is really enjoyed being with Marigold. She's
Ah,
very similar
mm.
to Scratch as she is still new to the world.
Ah,
So
I
they
see. I see.
so a lot of things in common for the both of them.
I see. Well, I'm glad Scratch is having a good time with this marigold. I'm yes, that's very nice. That's very nice to hear.
Mm. But anyways, what about you? I've sort of been talking about myself a lot.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Oh, my goodness, I I want to talk about myself, but I don't entirely know what would be good to talk about. I just, you know, it's just well,
It's all
oh
right.
goodness, what do I talk about? I don't. There's just so many things have been happening recently. It's just where do
well,
I even?
yeah,
Hmm.
say start at the beginning maybe.
Uh, that the problem with that is that I don't know where the beginning would be or where to even, whether it's not, the beginning of my life, the beginning of it's
Ugh,
like you
it's a
my
Scribbles laughs like fair enough.
yes, not no, listen, you don't listen. This is very complicated. It's all very complicated. All right, I don't. Okay, well, I guess I'll be. eh, mm. Well, I have actually, I've been been away for a bit, and I have recently returned back here, with my family, and yes, it has been it's been very nice to be back here in Anquil, actually.
Oh, did you go off continent?
Uh, yes, I did for quite a bit actually. It was I mm, I mean it was alright. It was it was fine, but it's one thing being out there, but I mean, there's another thing being back here, and because I grew up here and all that, and it's just really nice to be back home, honestly.
I see. I will fully
Mm.
admit I have never been out of Inkwell myself, but I've definitely heard that there's a lot. I say it's very much different from here.
Mm. Oh, it definitely is. I mean, it's interesting. I will give it that, but you know, you know, not quite the same as here,
Mm,
really.
mm.
So, mm.
Scribbles nods and scratch then sighs. So where did you go?
Oh, oh, well, I mean, we did, we went around, a couple of places, but we mainly tended to be in Firuma for while we were there. So it was interesting to say the least. But you know, you know.
Mm. Scratch. To say scratch nods. To say, well,
Mm.
that's really interesting that you got to explore Furuma for a bit. I've
Oh,
say again, I've never been at an inkwell, but probably the best place to start if I ever wanted to explore outside is probably
ah,
Furuma.
hmm. Well, I mean, hmm. I mean, you're welcome to. I mean, you're welcome to do that if you want to. But hmm, well, well. I mean, well, to each their own, I suppose. It's hmm. It is certainly an interesting place to say the least. But hmm, hmm.
Not very sure if I should incite that or not.
I mean, you can do it if you can do that if you want to.
Say Scribbles is gonna say I'm gonna incite that. Nope, Scribbles
No,
does
he
not get anything.
does nothing. Well, I mean, the DC is well, I mean, I think with the Nate, Scribbles just probably gets the impression that like Tanguy doesn't. He's definitely not against Scribbles like looking into the place or like maybe going there if he wants to. He's just like he's definitely open to it. You get the impression that you just get the impression that like Tanguy like it's I mean it was fine there, but like other places it's other places, Furuma's fine, but like there were other places, and I mean, it depends where you go in Furuma. It really
Mhm.
is like I mean, that's a whole continent and everything, but it's
Mhm.
like there's different places in there. It's whatever, but
Mm.
yeah, basically that, yeah.
Yeah, Scribbles like nods, just like
Mm.
yeah. Though I probably would. I probably it's not a good time for me to try to explore at least right now. I got too
Oh,
much. I got
mm.
too much research on my hands right
Oh,
now.
those research. What exactly are you researching, if I may ask?
Well, mainly Scratch for the most part, and he looks at
Oh,
Scratch with a smile. Well, when you discover a new genius, Lokai, well, even he's not Lokai, he's a Uda Magic, eh? For what I've called
mm,
because like his being is made of magic, not
mm-hmm,
a house or anything, but mainly just
mm-hmm,
been exploring it and researching him and seeing what the limits are
mm,
for this new type of being, especially
mm,
especially when cross-referencing genius loci because like it
mm.
is that sort of magic, but this is definitely a new species as you can say.
Mm-hmm. That's perfectly understandable. That's mm. Well, I do hope so. Lisa's goes well.
It's
It's
been going
very
very
interesting, I will admit.
yeah, and it's been going very interestingly too.
Oh,
It
good interesting or bad interesting?
I mean, it's good. Yeah, it's generally
Ah,
good. It's just
mm,
very different of kind of research
mm,
that I'm used to. I
mm,
used to study magic, not specific
mm,
like people or species, you know?
ah. That yes, I understand how that would be a bit of out of your comfort zone. So that,
Yeah, but Scratch
mm.
like smiles and like goes up and just gives a little hug to Scribbles. Yeah, but
Oh,
he's been really taking it well.
Oh.
through my
Hmm.
say I am a Scribes wizard, and
Hmm.
apparently it's like he used just to be well just an ability that I could do. He used to be similar to a familiar, but then he
Hmm.
became his own little person, and I'm very proud of him.
Hmm. Oh. Uh, hmm. Well, I'm very proud of him too. Then. I'm yes, I'm very glad for you both, truly. It's hmm, sounds like everything's been going well then.
So far, I'm very happy that it's been going well.
Ah, oh,
Still a lot,
that's good. That's good.
yeah, still a lot to learn, but it's been going very smoothly for the most part.
Hmm.
The only trouble is just trying to keep everything organized and in line.
Ah, yes, no, that is definitely an issue. that, I can definitely only imagine how that would, how much of an issue that would be. So,
Yeah, you should have seen my apartment. It was strewn
oh
with
goodness,
papers. It was
oh
strewn.
no, oh
Yeah.
terrible.
Uh,
It reminds me of someone I know, but we're not talking to. Whatever.
who's your friend?
Oh, oh well. Oh, we're bringing this up. Well, I don't think you've ever. No, I don't think you have. Really would have met him. Well, have you ever seen a nuclear roboto, person?
Scribbles shakes his head. No, I have not.
Oh yes, a friend of mine. The kind Northford does he does look like a tone is the thing, but also that's another thing. I don't even know about that. This a good friend of mine. I think he lives in Fieldstown. Yeah, no, he definitely lives in Fieldstown
Oh,
because he
Philstown.
gave me. Ah, yes, yes, yes. In Fieldstown, and his the last his apartment is an absolute mess. I swear, it's just like an absolute, horrendous, like horrendous mess in there. Like, it's just got like a bunch of I don't know, like I guess mechanical projects, sort of something like that.
Oh,
I don't even know.
is he like an artificer?
I don't think he is actually. I mean, he is sort of. I think he does sort of like a mechanics, sort of like science sort of thing. But I don't think he's an artificer. No,
Hmm.
no, I don't think he is. No, he's not an artificer. No.
Huh. Interesting.
Hmm.
Not to say you can't be an say you're say of course you could like machines and magical machines without being an artificer, but
Hmm.
most of the time they're the more of the artificer types, you know?
Ah, understandable. Yes, that. Yeah, but no, no, he's not. He's not an artificer. No, that's that.
Yeah, and I think by now the waitress has come back with like a different like little samplings of
Oh,
tea.
oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, well, alright, well, yeah, the flavors here. There's are there anything that looks good to you?
Yeah, there's a good sample of tea. There's some black tea,
Mhm,
there is some more floral tea, then there's like
mhm.
a mixture of like vanilla tea along with like
Oh,
more
nice,
chocolate tea. There's a there's
nice.
a nice little almost like little like fancy shots of different samples of tea.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, hmm. I mean, if you, I mean, if I know you're more of a coffee person, so I don't. Maybe black tea would be more of your sort of type, I suppose.
Hmm.
Chocolate tea is pretty good. Would be pretty good as well, but hmm.
Yeah, Scratch is immediately going over to the chocolate tea.
Oh, that's a baby. Tanguy looks like well, looks like that's like that one then. Hmm.
Yeah.
I might get to go for one of the floor teas actually. That does sound good at this
Mhm.
moment.
Yeah, it's good. Say there's like enough for the both of them. Like they have their own sort of like little glasses to taste
Nice.
from. The
Hmm.
say so Scratch of course tastes the chocolate tea and they're like they glow a bright yellow and like start sipping it,
Nice.
and
Where?
you can make an insight on that if you want.
Oh, absolutely. Look at Tanguy's absolute gosh darn inside, which is a +7. Thank you, Matt. Oh, that's an 11. That's not great.
It's more than average. You can definitely
Yeah.
tell that Scratch is a color looks to be a color changing tune,
Hmm.
and you've seen this at least twice before, and you can like you can guess that when they're yellow they're happy.
Oh well, he seems to really like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he does. Has a more of a sweeter tooth, though I don't blame
Ah.
him.
Mm. Oh yes, all the sensations and all that. I can't blame him either. So
Hmm. Yeah,
uh,
and Scribbles is trying the black tea. He's like, oh, oh, this is actually
oh,
not bad. I like this. I like this flavor.
ah, oh, good. Well, I mean, we can always like look into if you. If you want to take some home, we can always there's still the shop. We can try to find a black tea flavor and get that for you if you like that.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. But I definitely want to try the others too.
Oh, that is completely understandable. Go ahead, be my guest.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let's
Oh
see.
boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how what to do this right now. He's gonna try to. Let's say I'm gonna roll a d10 as a actually Scribbles is then gonna try is gonna like, hey Scratch, can I try this one too? And
Oh.
say, and the Scratch is like, let's say his hue turns like a teeny bit red. He's like, but a little. He's like, no,
Oh.
and he's like, no, come on, you gotta share. Come on, let me have a
Come
little.
on. Hey,
The Scratch slowly, reluctantly lets go of the
there they go.
tea.
There they go. Mm,
As Scribbles then like tastes the chocolate tea. He's like, oh, that's not bad either, but I can see why you would like that more, Scratch.
mm,
A little bit, maybe a little bit too sweet for me, or at least not the right
mm,
kind of sweet. And
mm,
he lets Scratch go back to his tea, and Scratch is very much enjoying the tea.
mm. Ah, mm,
Let's say,
mm.
are there any flavors that you've been liking so far?
Oh, yes. This quality is very nice. It's very nice. It is the vanilla too. I could always try that, but I, hmm, I, you might like that as well. If because I know you mentioned something about the milk and honey tea. That could be good as well.
Hmm, that sounds.
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, I could say maybe I'll try that one next.
Huh, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good idea. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Scribbles like goes over to that tea and like tastes it a little bit. Huh. I don't mind that flavor.
Hmm. Ah.
Pretty
Hmm.
good.
On this. Oh. Oh, I was just about to ask. Did you not like it as much as the black tea, or?
No, I like the black tea a little bit more than
Ah.
say that this
Mm-hmm.
one, but this one's
Uh,
still pretty good.
that's understandable. That is understandable. Yes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, he puts that cup down. And he's like,
Hmm.
ugh, ugh. This is a this is nice, and thank though I do want to say thank you again for persuading me to
Oh.
try this out.
Oh. Oh. Well, that is absolutely no problem. Well, uh, I'm just glad that you're able to have a you know I'm just glad I was able to help and all. You seem rather nice actually. I've enjoyed talking with you. I really do enjoy talking with you. That is, is the thing. So
Yeah, say I very much enjoyed talking to you too. You seem very nice
oh,
also.
oh, thank you. So do you. That's thank you.
Yeah. And he probably goes over and like tries the peppermint tea
Oh.
next, and he's just like,
Mm.
I think I've had this one. Oh, I think this is, yeah, peppermint. I've
Oh.
had this one before.
Mm.
Mainly when
Oh,
I
have
was,
you?
when I was little. I mean,
Oh.
when
Mm.
I was sick, when I had, stuffy nose, I say my
Mm.
mom always gave me at least a little bit of peppermint tea to clear up the sinuses.
Mm. Mm. I see.
Little home
Mm.
remedy that she likes making. My mother
Mm.
is very much a home remedy sort of woman.
Mm.
As he like takes the tea and tastes it. Yep, strong as I remember it. Yep.
Ah. Yes, it is very strong, isn't it? Hmm. Well, that means, what other teas are there?
Yeah, there's also there's like the fruitier teas, like there's a lemon
Oh, nice.
tea,
Oh,
there's a there's bleh, can't speak right now.
no, no worries, no worries. Take your time.
Yeah, there's like a raspberry tea. There's a more of a there's even a little honey and lemon tea that's there too for different tastes.
Mm.
But there's like tangerine. There's even a peach tea. There's
Mm.
pears. There's a good
Oh,
selection.
nice.
There's a good selection for Tanguy to try out for himself.
Mm. Well, I think Tony will look over this and be like, oh, there's plenty of choices here. Oh, you know what? I think I'll go for the lemon for now. So that would be nice. And he will take the lemon tea. He will take the lemon tea.
Nice.
Hmm. Just lets it like you know,
Mhm.
uh oh shoot, I've forgotten the word. Oh, steep, I think.
Steep, yeah.
Uh, yeah, he lets it steep for a little bit, just like yeah.
Mhm. Ooh.
Hmm. So you mentioned that you wanted to try this for your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
I ah, I I don't. I am rather curious about this girlfriend of yours. You of course don't have to tell me if you don't want
Oh no,
to.
no.
But I
I mean, it's nothing. I mean, we're just say Sally. That's my girlfriend.
oh.
She's
Mhm.
she's a wonderful. She's a wonderful woman. She's doing some
Uh,
actual research for herself for her
oh.
god. She's
Oh.
looking more into druid magic
Oh.
to bring back to
Mm.
their library.
Oh.
A part of their religion is very much knowledge and the
Mm.
collection of knowledge. And
Mm.
on her island, there's a library where they keep a lot of it. And I
Mm.
quickly noticed when I was at the island that they didn't really have anything on druid magic. So
Oh. Mm.
we sort of bonded over just the love of magic and knowledge, and then it just turned into a little bit more. And you can
Mm.
make a perception check.
Oh, absolutely. What? Why is that a four? Tangy?
Oh
Why?
yeah, you don't see anything.
Why? Why did he get that? I'm so mad. Dice parser, I can't believe you would do this to me.
I mean,
I'll take the four.
I mean, if you want, I'll let say for funsies, you can roll it again.
Yeah, I'll see how that goes. Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, you're able to see as he starts speaking about Sally and how they met. Little it starts at the bottom of his hair. It's like his little scribble hair form starts turning into little hearts.
Tongi, yeah, it's. I think it's like a moment where Tongi is listening intently to Scribbles, just he doesn't notice it at first because he's like more looking in his like facial area, and then he like notices the little hearts, and he's like, he he like chuckles to himself, and it's like you seem to like her very much. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping to even get some free time maybe soon before Animus really to go
Oh,
on a nicer date.
oh, oh, that would be very nice. Actually, that would be very nice.
Yeah, say I've been planning it out, and I hope she likes it. I really do. It's just I mean, it isn't our first date, but this is a nicer date that I've wanted to plan out for a while. It's just like, and he's just like blushes, and he's just like sort of turns
Oh.
away. It's just like hand me on head. It's just like sort of embarrassed about this as Scratch just gives a little chuckle.
ah. ah. Goodness. Ah. Goodness.
Uh, what about you? Do you have anyone special?
Ah. Ah. Yes, I do. I do. I have an husband. I have an husband. Yes, I do. Yes, hello. Yes, I absolutely do have an husband. Yes. Okay, no, in all seriousness, I do have an husband. This name is 18th, and yes, we have been together for a very long time now. It's been a very long time, and it's actually kind of is that I sometimes I just think about how much time has passed that we've been together, and it is it's a lot, and it's a lot. It's a lot, but I mean, he kind of blusters a little bit, and he's like, I mean, he is absolutely lovely, and I really do adore him. Is the thing. Well, uh, well.
Yeah,
Mm.
Scribbles smiles at that, hearing about it. Do you have any children yourself, or?
Ah, yes, I do have a daughter, a 5-year-old. Fortune, yes, Fortune is her name. Yes.
Oh, it's a beautiful
Mm.
name.
Thank you. Yes. mm.
I say,
My husband suggested it. It actually was a very good suggestion, honestly. So.
I agree. It's
Mm.
a very good suggestion. Beautiful name.
Mm. Yes, thank you. Mm.
I say, is she preschool, or she started
Oh.
kindergarten yet, or?
Okay, I'm breaking out of characters to say Argee did not. I live in the UK, so I'm like more familiar with the UK school system. I need to know what like the age range is for preschool and kindergarten again because I've forgotten.
That's okay. I say I'm sorry. It's just like
Are you alright?
I'm in America, so usually it's around
You're
pre.
fine.
Usually that age is usually preschool. Though if they're like really smart, they sometimes move to kindergarten. It's just
All
like,
right. Okay. Yeah. I'll say Fortune's in like preschool then.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I say
Yeah,
I
you're
did think about it.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I know the accent is a bit it's a bit confusing, but yeah.
No, you're
Anyways, yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Anyways, she is in she's in play school now, and it's been going pretty well. It's been going very well. Yes.
That's good. I say it is. I say Scratch is not to that. Well, I've been mainly homeschooling Scratch for the most part.
Mhm.
Say I say just because of what he is and how much he
Mhm.
knows, it's a little bit weird on age for him because he's
Mhm.
technically a lot older than you would think, at least
Mhm.
in as a technicality, but he's still very much
Mhm.
new to everything. So
Mhm.
I felt that it'd be better for him to learn at home rather than more traditional school as of right now.
Mhm. Mm. That mm. I can understand that. Yes. Mm.
So let's say, though he's then gonna roll hammer space.
All right.
Yes. All right. He then takes out a little business card and hands it
Oh.
over to Tanguy and say, though, if your daughter needs any tutoring when she gets a bit older, I'm more than happy to lend my services.
Oh. Oh. Tongi will look over the business card for a bit, and he he's just
Yeah,
like he's looking at it like, oh, nice. I didn't know you had this. This is rad. This is really rad. And he looks over it and he's like, oh. Uh,
I
well.
actually got pictures. I got little pictures of it. You can see that it's a plain white business card, but it does have like a gold little
Yep.
edging to it that says
Yep.
Scribbles Magical Tutoring. But then as
Mhm.
it like shimmers in the light, you see like little
Yeah.
magical little magical bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah, Tanguy is definitely like like tilting the card a bit, and he looks at it and he's like, "Ooh, pretty." And it's like, "Ah, I see. I'm assuming that the card has like contact details
Yeah, yeah,
on the
it's
back."
on the back.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, Tanguy puts that away in his amber space and is like, "Well, I absolutely will keep you in mind for that then." So, uh, yes.
Yeah, let's see. I know that it could be sometimes rough to find the right tutorer, and it's better to know
Mm.
to have someone tutor that you know them,
Oh,
even if it's
yes,
just for a
that.
little bit.
Is that? Oh, absolutely. That is a very good point. Yes. Hmm. Oh, actually, you know what? If you, you know what? Would you be interested in perhaps having my contact details? Because like, if you wanna talk some more in the future,
Oh
mm,
yeah, and
no.
it'd be nice if maybe we can try some more tea here. Say there's
Oh,
a lot.
absolutely, absolutely, yes. This place is very nice. This is a very nice place. I'm definitely gonna have to go here some more in the future.
Mhm.
Well, hmm. I'm gonna roll a hammer space for a bit. Oh, that's a 2. Excellent. Thank goodness you
Yes.
didn't fumble. All right. Tongi takes out like a little piece of paper, and maybe I'll have to do like a separate hammer space roll for that. Let's see. Oh, that's a 5.
Yep.
He also takes out a pen,
Mhm.
and he writes down his like phone number and like other sort of contact details, and he folds it up and folds up the piece of paper and hands it to Scribbles.
Yeah, Scribble takes it and he puts in his hammer space. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, yeah, this has been very nice. It's just, ugh,
Mhm.
I don't say, ugh. You said you were a adventurer, or at least partial.
Oh,
I say, what kind of do
mhm.
you do magic, or you're more
Oh,
physical,
oh
or
yes. Uh, oh yes. I am a I'm yes, I am a more magic magic person. I'm a sorcerer. I specifically divine soul sorcerer.
oh, that's
That's a whole thing. It's
oh, I know, I understand. A whole thing is say all the
oh yeah, no,
classifications
no,
and
no.
everything.
Oh
Uh,
oh well.
sorry,
No,
my
no, no.
nerd,
It's
my
absolutely fine.
no, my nerd is showing. I say I study
Uh,
magic for a living, so
oh yes, yes. Oh, absolutely yes. That is completely understandable. Well, my magic is it's mainly fire based. I do have some melee spells in there as well. And it's other sort of stuff.
yeah.
That sort of thing.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm a scribes wizard, so I'm more
Mm,
elemental based myself. I can
mm,
change out the elemental types of my spells,
mm,
so that's always
ooh,
very happy, very
mm,
very nice. And
mm,
so, see, I've learned a couple trip tips and tricks and stuff of magic. So,
mm, mm, ah, so it all sounds very interesting. That really does.
hmm yeah, and though I know though sorcer say though I know sorcerers are really powerful too. So it's just like it's really
Mm,
it's really cool. It's just magic in general. It's just like man, it's just so much
mm.
in from so
Mm,
many different
I
sources.
know. Oh, yes, there's so much. There's so many. There's so many. There is so many. Very, very much.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
there's just endless possibilities that it can take
Mm.
form. It's just
Mm.
I say I'll I should probably stop. I'll
No,
ramble
no,
all
no,
this.
no. No, you're fine. You're fine. You can keep going. You can keep going. You are absolutely fine. You are absolutely fine.
No, I don't want to bore you or anything. It's
No,
just
you're
like
not bullying me. You're not bullying me. I am completely invested in this. This is the thing. You are completely fine. You are completely fine. Do not worry about it at all.
I mean if you say so, but I say it's just uh, well, it's just more interesting nowadays. It's just like I said, I've been more studying loci and
Mm,
that rather than pure magic, though
mm,
technically with Scratch it's almost the same thing, pure magic, being made pure magic, and just
Mm.
It's similar but different, and I've been enjoying it.
Hmm.
And
Well, I'm glad you have been. I'm glad you have been enjoying it. Then.
mhm, yeah. Oh, say, oh, say unless you have a other things to like you want to do is say maybe we leave them there talking about magic and like trying the rest of their teas.
I don't. Yeah, I don't really think I have like much to bring up. I think Tanguy will just like keep on listening to us Scribbles talking, and then yeah, they just keep on talking, drink their tea, all that good stuff.
Yeah, probably maybe get a couple of boxes that they both
Oh,
like.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, but yes, I say that, and I say that we just leave it there.
Yeah,
Uh,
like we fade out on Scribbles and Tongi like saying goodbye to each other, and they both go their separate ways. And Tongi had a very chill day today.
yes,
What an absolute miracle! He needed this.
yeah, yeah. Say it's very chill, and I'm very happy too.
Yeah.
Scribbles is gonna be getting into stuff soon, so I'm very happy he can
Oh.
actually have some chill
Oh yeah.
moments.
Yeah. Ah, yes, absolutely.
Yes, but thank you so much for doing this with me. It's been a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was an absolute delight, and I am genuinely very happy about it. Yes.
Yeah, same here. And thank you
Yay.
everyone listening in, and to the people who are listening in the future. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.
Yay. Bye.